Hi, my name is Dhiraj Singh, your lockdown chef once again inside my lovely sunlit studio with my lovely paintings behind me. And today I've come to you with an extremely easy recipe of the lovely cheesecake. But this cheesecake is with a difference. It uses only curd, which is dahi. That is why I'm going to call it my dahi cheesecake. So my dahi cheesecake has basically 5 ingredients. Dahi, which is curd, powder milk, maida, egg, lemon juice, lemon zest, sugar, and a little bit of sour cream. So the beauty of the recipe is that it's extremely easy to make. It just uses 2 basic ingredients which are readily available in your shop or would be there at your home. So let's begin our dahi cheesecake. So let's begin by measuring out our dry ingredient. We are going to take equal parts of powder milk and dahi. So 1 cup of powder milk first. Make sure your powder milk is powder milk and not the dairy whitener which is available in shops. So 1 cup of powder milk. Now we want equal parts of dahi. So 1 cup of dahi. You can use any dahi. I'm using Amul, but Mother Dairy or any other brand is just as good. Now I'm mixing these 2 key ingredients together, so they are readily mixed and all the bubbles and all the knots which are usually there in the powder milk are dissolved. My next ingredient is sugar. I have regular grain sugar which is available at home. Make sure the sugar is according to your taste. If you like it sweet, then put a lot. If not, put less. But make sure you whisk a lot so the sugar is easily dissolved in your basic cheesecake batter. As you can see, the lovely table below my bowl is a chamak patti table made by my lovely wife, Seher Zama. So now what I'm going to put is sour cream, which is entirely optional. You don't need it. I'm just putting it to get a nice cheesy flavor, which I love in my cheesecake, but you can absolutely do without it. About 2 teaspoons are good enough. And I stir it again to remove the clumps of sour cream and also to dissolve the sugar grain that I've. So my next ingredient is egg. Since I'm going to bake this cheesecake, egg is required. Otherwise there are other recipes that use gelatin, but I'm not doing that. So I take 1 whole egg, break it with the yolk, and I whisk it again. Now the egg that we use in a cheesecake, the protein fluffs up and makes these cells, which is baked, it creates these air cells which give a body and texture to your cheesecake, and it's really nice to bite into. I'm adding a little bit of maida. Now it's very important to know that the maida helps the air cells which are there in the batter. So maida keeps them intact, which in turn gives body and texture to your cheesecake. So about 2 teaspoons of maida is good, and we whisk it further. It's a nice fluffy creamy mix, and now is the time for me to add the final ingredient, which is the lime juice and the zest. So about 1, 2 and 3. I want it really nice and lemony, that's why I'm putting all my lemon, which is about 4 teaspoons. And this is some lemon zest, nice and green, so about half a teaspoon. Gives a nice flavor. And I mix again. So here's a little bit of history about the cheesecake. One of the oldest recipes of the cheesecake comes from the Greek islands, where they used goat cheese and they baked the cheesecake. And since then, it traveled to most of Europe and then to America. And America finally wholeheartedly embraced the cheesecake. And the cheesecake that we have today, which is full of cream cheese and sour cream, is an American gift to the whole world. And this here is my own improvisation of the American and perhaps the Greek cheesecake, turned into a very, very easy to do, homemade Desi Dahi cheesecake. I'm not making a big baking dish kind of cheesecake. I'm going to pour them in individual cups so it's easier for us to have. And now my cups are ready to go in the oven. I'm just going to sprinkle some sugar on the top of my cups to give it a nice caramelization once it goes into the oven. Just a few grains on the top. So this is my preheated oven at the topmost part, which is really hot. So this I'm going to keep on full heat, 250 degrees, for 15 minutes. So 10 minutes are over. I'm going to reduce the heat to about 150 degrees and just keep it in for another 10 minutes and then we're done. So I can see my baby's really bubbling up and cooking well, and that creamy caramelized top is also visible, and soon it's going to be edible. I'm just going to keep it out on the table for some time to cool down. Then I'll put them in the fridge for 1 hour and then they're ready to be eaten. Here you go, Kazuo, my official taster.
And I'm the official taster.
How's it, Kazuo?
Is this a cheesecake you made?
Yes, it is.
It's really good.
Really? What are you tasting it?
Has a taste of lemon. Kind of sour cream.
And there's another very important ingredient which you haven't named.
Egg.
Yes.
But I didn't taste egg.
Yeah, egg is very mild, so you won't get the egg flavor in it. The other important ingredient is curd. Dahi. It has dahi. It's a unique cheesecake made of dahi and powder milk.
And surprisingly, there are not so many tastes in it, but the cheesecake is really good and yummy.
I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome.